Hello folks and welcome to a bonus stream. Let's see here. TCG Card Shop Simulator. We're still doing the grind, trying to get the full set. We are 3 cards away on our Tetramon set, 5 cards away on our Destiny set. You can see there I've got the commons and the rares of Tetramon. I need 2 more epics and 1 more legendary. And on the Destiny, we need 2 more common, 2 more rare, and 1 more legendary. We also need 10 of the ghost foils. While the card thing here shows 0 of each, that's not the case because I actually have my first set of ghost cards and all the ghost foils here. So the gaps here are the ones that I need for foils. I would like to complete this eventually. And let's see, you guys are processing. You would have been set up for the day. So we're going to open the store and get to going. Hoping these folks bring in these last 8 cards and or I get them from the packs. So right now we're opening epics, Tetramons, because that's what we need. We've been working down commons, rares, now epics. And we're opening common Destiny. I do 1 round of common Destinies here, and then I do 3 rounds of the Tetramon epics here, and then I repeat it here and here. That's just to kind of keep the cost down. Don't need that. Thank you very much. Don't need that. Thank you very much. I'm not trading 4 graded cards, but I will trade graded cards away. I'm not buying a bunch of cards that I need or don't need. I'll buy some of the expensive cards because either I can grade them later and most likely turn a good profit. But the high dollar cards that I only have 1 of, I try to buy some of those when they come in case I need to use the second card as trade. I'm keeping all the ghosts I can get, trading them in, using them to, grading those. And we're working the final 2 achievements. The first achievement, which we're going to be able to achieve, is grading 500 cards that come back as a Gem Mint 10. I think I'm around 430. The last remaining achievement will be what's called Obsessed with Grades. The unfortunate thing there is you have to grade 1 card. You pick a card. Let's say you pick your favorite card. You need to end up getting 10 of those cards, each of them graded from 1 through 10 individually. Right, so you need to have, like, if this was your favorite card, you would have to get 10 of these cards where they're graded 1 through 10 on those 10. And that's going to be extremely hard because the odds of getting a 1, 2, 3, or a 4 grade is 1%. And my voice is actually kind of going bad. It's a little rough today. So apologies for that. But just felt like logging on in here, getting a couple hours in before we start doing the dinner thing. Had a little time to kill. And we've had a good couple of weeks in game where I think we got 8 cards one day and 3 hollows that we needed. So that was a really good day. And then two other weeks in game we had like 5 or 6 cards we needed, so it really came down to when we were needing 30 or 40 of them, we really started getting a lot of them. That wasn't new and I declined it. Oh, that was for a trade. Whoa, 94,000. As luck would have it, we are hitting ghost foils. Nice. Let's take a picture of that. Okay. So we've got a newbie, Clossifer. Let's see, it's only 6. Oh, it's 2 of these. Okay, so we already got a dupe here. These could all be duplicates. I don't know which ones. I have to look at the board, but that's a nice way to start out. Very nice way to start out. Yeah. He waited too long. He probably had a new card too. Murphy. Okay. Let's reload. And 3. Nope, decline that. That would make it 11 and 2. Don't want to do that. Nope, don't want a graded card. Nope, don't want to buy another card of those. Got extra here because we made a mistake and ended up putting something up here and then replenished the stock and had not wanted to do that. Oh well. Alright folks, accept that. A ghost for a ghost. Nope, I don't get rid of my ghost. 11 and 48, accept that. I don't even care about price differences nowadays. I'll look at these hollows at the end of the day. Mama. $8,921 for $8,936. Yeah, I'll make that trade. It's going to be fun selling all those cards now, too. Once I complete the sets, I'm going to start setting up individual card tables. And I've got an idea. Talked about it in the last stream. Where basically, I'm going to get rid of this alley here. Move all of these down here. Make the alley here, which will move all these down, which should then give me room to put probably 4, maybe even 5 card tables, individual card tables, not the plain tables. And sell cards that way. But I definitely want a mod that will autofill the tables. Because having to hand fill them, that's no. If I hand fill, then I'm only going to do one table, and that can keep you busy during the entire day. I really wish they had it set up where your workers could in-game do that, but hey, that's what the modders are doing. There's bound to be one that is out there that will let you do that, so I'll have to go search it. Now, one thing, so I do have that graded 1 card, ghost card, and there was a comment to one of my videos on YouTube about, the folks were saying, hey, you ought to, in order to do that achievement, you ought to go buy the 1, 2s, and 3s, that come in for sale, because they're really cheap. Like, well, as I understand the achievement, that doesn't help. You're not allowed to buy the cards. You have to grade those 10 cards. But you can regrade cards. You can take let's say you take a graded 7 card. You can regrade it, and it will come back as either a 6, 7, or an 8. Now, most likely, it's going to come back as the same grade level. But there's a chance it could go up or down. So if I have a whole bunch of 5s, I could grade some 5s, and maybe a 4 will come out of that. Maybe a couple of 4s, and then I could take a 4 and grade it, and then just constantly recycle those. So I'm going to end up giving that a try. But I'm also focused on trying to do that obsessed with grades with my ghost cards, which you don't have a lot of. And so that's one reason why I continue to buy the ghost cards and send them out for grading. And just so I can build that stockpile. And but if a 1, 2, or 3 of a ghost comes in, I'm going to look at buying it and remembering that that's the one I bought, and then I'm going to turn around and grade it and see what happens. And I would grade it as an individual. Now here's one. So you could get 11 to 14,000, but he's not going to want to take something really low. Yeah. And I don't want to outlay that kind of cash. But I could and get a second on the chance that I could either use it to trade with if somebody came in wanting that, especially if they had a new card or something, or I could end up grading it, because I will end up grading the high dollar cards. And that guy. Okay, now since I messed that up, end of day. Ooh, 38,000 for a jack turn, but nope, not buying that. Line. Plushies. Epics. Okay, there is a 64 missing there. Okay, good. Glad I checked. $14.49. And yeah, you go there. They show back up there because the cards are here. And so when my workers stock these, they look here and they look there and they say, that's closer. Let me put it here. Refill, make sure, yes, that top is not there. We will refill the destinkifiers. Okay, you're filled up. How did we do yesterday? Or today? 35,000. That's a nice one. 12,500 profit. Good. That's a good day. Almost at 2.8 million. 10 more K, we'll hit 2.8, but it'll probably take a couple of days to be able to stay above 2.8 because of the restock cost and all of that. Restock those. You go in there and help them restock. Let's go look at our graded cards. Wow, okay, so I miscounted. We just achieved our 500th graded 10 card. So one of those two. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. One achievement down. Okay. Let's see, we've got all of these cards I'm going to be able to grade. So we're going to get a lot of profit out of these that we've just been opening. But we get back to our ghost cards. Make sure I'm on duplicates. Ah, yes, we need to check price first. Okay. Let me do this. Pay the bills. Meant to do that at the end of the day. That's fine. Restock. Still at 14.49. $9.20. Oh, hot pack. Okay, now let's look at our hollows. Philosopher Black. That's this guy. Okay, so we got him. Intuga and Jigawar. So there's Katingu or whatever. Ooh, Jigawar, we need it. That's right. Look at that. That's Jigawar. All right. Fill in that. Okay. Draconics. Pretty sure we've got Draconics. No, maybe not. We do now. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, then these other two. So that's Gigatronics. Which I think is that one. Yep. And then a newbie, which I'm pretty sure was that one, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, 2 foils. Everything's working. Okay, let's see. We're gonna man the counter. Man the counter. Check you. What do you need? Epic Destiny box. Okay, so we're still buying these mag. He's been running out. So we're going to continue to buy him. Yep. Do you say, yeah, I got 3, so I had sold out. Okay. Now the reviews don't mean anything in game yet. They are going to eventually. So a low score will mean fewer customers will show up. Higher score means more customers should show up. Okay, so we're going to start grading, but first we're going to grade by price with the hollows. Because we know you're dupes. Okay, now we get to duplicates. And in 4 days, we'll see these. Close that. Okay, those are the Draconics extras. And see, we drop substantially. 2.767, so it'll take a while. We'll get 2-3 more days, probably we'll be above 2.8. Not that it matters. The grand theme. Okay, they usually wait. Normally I like to set this up before and get it going beforehand because I'm losing an hour to 2 hours. August, 3 for a grade. No, nobody gets my ghost card. Go away. Yeah, that was a nice start to the day. Come on, new card. Nope. We do a lot of declining. Trying to get these last few cards. Do get the cards, I'm very tempted to reduce the number of cashiers. I doubled the amount here just so I could get more of these folks coming in trying to trade and sell cards to me. I may, once I get all the cards for the sets, I won't worry about the foils, they'll eventually come. But that may be another way that I get some individual card tables in. It's not a ghost, but see, this is what people, the comment from YouTube was saying. It's like, hey, these are really cheap, right? I don't know what that card normally would be. 16 bucks ungraded. Now it's a graded 2, so it's really low. So the ghost would be the same way. But again, I don't know if it would count. So, and then I gotta keep track of it, which if I do it, then I'll get myself a notepad and keep track of it. Two for 3, 3 for 2 doesn't do me any good. Not gonna buy that. $106, $288. Sure. Write me a good review here, buddy. 2 and 2. Nope. That would leave me with 3 and 1. Not a good thing to do. Okay, we're going up. Right? Hadn't sold out anything yet to tick anybody off. 3 hours away, so 4 p.m. No, I actually toyed with the idea. I'm not a fan of graded cards in real life. I did sports card collecting, helped a friend run a shop for 20 years. Never on the payroll, just went in and helped them when I could. Graded cards came along, and it's like, okay, we get it. It's a way for a business to make money because they're going to charge you to inspect them and all of that, and then it's going to inflate the card prices. So okay, get it, but I just never really liked it. They seal it up. They seal the card up, and it's very difficult to get the card out of those cases without damaging the card. Done on purpose. But for a game like this, fine. Well, I toyed with the idea of getting a set, all Gem Mint 10s, like a perfect Gem Mint 10 complete set. Now talk about a grind. Because not only would you have to have dupes of every card, you'd then have to grade every card and get a 10. The way they have the grading right now, you're very limited on how many you can send out. Now there's a mod out there. If I ever did this, I would do this with the mod. There's a mod out there that'll let you basically double or even maybe as many as you want the number of batches of cards you could grade. Right now you can only grade 32 cards at a time, or 4 batches of 8. If there was truly a hey, you could grade, you know, as many as you want. If you wanted to do 100 batches of 8, you could grade 800 cards, provided you got the money to do it. And but they let you customize the cost and all that. And so you could probably do it for, charge $1 per graded card, and I'll grade 1,000 at a time, right? Not a single new card in those. I can get around this if I use personal display cases. The problem with that is then you have to take things in and out of the personal display cases. You can't put a box like this in the personal display case, because the workers won't deal with a personal display case. It'd be the only way I could do this, to not have them fill this with extra from the boxes that are over there. Go back. 9. Decline. Oh, them these stinkifiers is working hard. Five, no need to do that. Okay, still going high. So we haven't had a stinky come in ever since we added the third thing there. We got plenty of Draconixes. Oh, the week is over for Draconix. Okay. Drat. One of these you're selling for $772. How about 700? Okay, that gives me a spare of that. Sorry about that. Two of those already. That'll take a while to get these Draconixes out. So I'm gonna do this. toss it back in my little hidey hole section. I don't want your graded cards. Now, boxes that are on the floor, your workers will attempt to get to those first. And let's see, we got to one of those. There should have been 4 back there. Let me think about this. Yeah, you are 7,000 and it's worth, nah, not gonna do that one. You're trying to get, oh, it didn't land all the way over, that's why. Okay. Got them hiding back here. End of the day. Just over 2.8 million, but again, we're not well over it. 2 hours left on those. People didn't buy something. Yeah, restock. Restock. Forgot to do the stinkifier check. Easy peasy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wish it was all of the same card. The problem with the graded card too, the notebook really stinks. So this is by type, and the problem is, you see this one, that's an EX and an EX and an EX, but then it jumps to this one. I'd much rather have it, and it'll, as you page through this, see, it shifts to here's a gold, here's a gold. It's like, it won't, right? Why is there an EX here and an EX here, but that's a 7 and that's a 10? It looks like it's going in reverse order, but I'm not a real fan of the notebook for the graded cards. We're gonna need ghost duplicates. Let's pay everybody. Restock. And get our Dupes going in for grading. And submit those. Notice how we're doing a 4-day. That way, every day, I'm getting one box back. Every day. I just keep it going through that cycle. Hot pack. Not what I needed though. Nope, not what I needed. Nice if your workers could also refill these, but they don't really know what you're doing. It seems like that would be a more difficult mod to do. I know a lot of people are buying the one that does 128 cards instead of 64, but it costs more, and if you run it over time, you actually come out better buying the $8,000 64 card opener. And if you compare the 64 card opener to the 32, you'll actually come out better with the 32 eventually. You know, if you wanted to rip 1,000 cards a day in game, you know, in one day, you can do the math, and you can actually, you might get, let's say, 10 machines at 1280. So you get 1280 in one day with the 128 cards. But that takes 12 hours, and it costs $20,000 for one of those. Two of these is 16,000, so you save 4,000, and you could run that 128 in 6.5 hours and then restart. 2 boxes, or theoretically 1 box, so you'd open 64 cards more in a set time frame with 2 of those $8,000 versus 1 of the $20,000. And the 32 kind of works the same way. It's cheaper, but you don't want to have to be loading, you know, 24 or 32 element cards. Okay, so we don't know what they're gonna buy. Let's look at this. Okay, somebody ran out of something. What did we run out of? Now there's only backlogs for 3 hours. So if we don't find a low score here or a low rating here, it was something that happened before 5:45. So we'll have to wait and see if we catch it one day. But it's day 513, and basically yesterday, 512, started a new week because the Triconixes did not sell. And they had been selling out, so that's why I don't like to plus up too much, but the plushies are easier to see. Like a lot of times they buy out this Evo Blazer. Now she's looking at Draconix. Interesting. Stinky's already coming in early in the morning. Man, take a bath in the morning. Take a shower. Clean yourself up. Stop coming into the #1 card shop in the city. Smelling funky. Okay, accept that trade. It's usually light in the mornings for trades, and then in the afternoon and especially the evening, it really picks up, which makes sense, right? They treat it like people that get off of work and then come into the card store trying to make their buys or trades and all of that. Mornings and afternoons can be extremely slow in card stores. Real life. No, you're not getting my grade 1s or grade 2s because I actually graded those cards and got them. That's why I'm holding on to those ghosts. And that's really what made me think about when I got that first graded 1. It really made me start thinking about maybe I'll do that obsessed with grades with the ghost. And then I started wondering, wait a minute, did I get that in a trade or before I understood what the rules of the obsessed with grades achievement was, or did I actually grade it? I'm pretty sure I graded it. We're going on that theory. 4 and 2 would give me 5 and 1. Can't do that. If it had been 2 and 4, it would have given me 3 and 3. I would have done that. So we got to go. Hour and a half, so these will finish out by 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's why I like to start the pack opening before I open the store. Because then I'll be able to get that second round in by the end of the day. So it's just convenient. $13,000. Ghost card. Draconics. Okay, well, we just got him. We just got him. It was that one. No, we still need the Dragon. 48, 47. That'll give me 49, 46. Line. Everybody's wanting to pick that one card. That's twice somebody's come in asking for it today. More than enough cans in here, but just occasionally go ahead and refill it. I've never seen it get below 4 cans being used. Ghost card. 175. It'll cost me 200 to grade it. But I'm fine with that. And 29, so they're going after the pig this week. Nope, can't have. Make sure you're not new. You can't have my graded card. Now I probably have multiples of this. I've already got 2. $995 sale. I like those kind of sales. 2 and 54 gives me 3 and 53. Sure. Trying to watch that to see if it drops. Sitting at 6 o'clock at 4.8. That's a good sign. A lot of spraying, but I didn't see any stinkies. Up 476. That's some 4s, but nothing major. And 3 gives me 3 and 2. Not worth it. Okay, one of those, 10,000, dropping. Nope, pissed him off. That's fine. I don't care. I didn't want that card anyway. Mm. $1,000 shooting up. Yeah. Not buying graded because I'm going to try to complete that. Obsessed with grades actually with Ghost. It just makes it harder, I think. Because you're far more limited on the Ghost cards than, you know, I got 8,000 of one card. I could just grade. But you're limited with the Ghost, so. We're stuck at 1449. 200. Yeah, some of these guys get sticky of late. Used to be I could get most any Ghost card for 30 to 50 bucks lower. But then they started haggling on me. Okay, we'll do what I normally do. Check the destinctifiers. Get those completely filled. Now that part of the job's done. Everybody's out. That's done. And the destinctifiers were refilled. Ooh, only 26,000. Light day. They're not buying the expensive stuff this week. Okay. Don't restock. Pay all the bills. Nine, a 10, and a 5 of the Momo tree. 6 and a 7 of whichever one that is. I don't like the fact that you can't see all the cards when you open it up like this. Whereas if I open a pack, you can see all the cards. Well, I just got the fast pack thing. I could click through that and see all the cards. So yeah, that's a feature I wish they would change. Come in here, we got that in the hollow foil of this guy. Now we're back to needed those dupes. Nice to meet you. They're buying the cheaper stuff, but man, it cost me a lot to restock. Well, what draconic sold? Okay. Got everything. Don't know what is and isn't selling. Ugh. So we admitted a 4-8. Oh great, a stinky got in. Okay. Well, that just confirms I'm going to end up doing this and switching it around. Okay. And the counter. And the counter. But we're going to go ahead and let this day run while I take a quick break. I got to hit the restroom, so I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. I got to refresh my tea. I mean my lemonade. Lemon tea, actually, today. Trying to help my throat. And figure out what folks are going to want for dinner. I'll be back in about 4 minutes. All right, we back. Decline. Accept. Lost one of them that I was seeing. No, maybe not. Accept. Yeah, so Stinky got in. Now that's the first time since I went to the 3 setup, but because of that, so I think what happens is these will actually spray if there's a Stinky like right here. They'll spray before he even comes in. But sometimes you can see them kind of sparkling here. This guy will spray like that. And then this guy will spray if 2 of them come in. But if 2 or 3 of them come in, especially a third one, I don't think this one is spraying enough to get to them. Now, it's not spraying a lot to begin with, which is what is confusing. It implies that it's not sensing it, or it doesn't need to spray because the first 2 have done their job. Right, but you haven't seen me fill him at all. These get filled. So I feel like it's 2 or 3 Stinkies and they're spraying at the same time, or this one may have sprayed because someone walked by on the backside and then he doesn't have time to respray. So yeah, I'm going to move all of those down. I won't worry about moving this down just yet. I'll do that once I start, as I said at the start of the stream, when we get all the cards in the sets, and then we turn around and start selling individual cards, graded and ungraded. I want to try to get 5 card tables going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically. Decline, accept, decline, accept. And the way I can do that, since there's all these slots here, I can move these down, rewrap them, make some room on that side. 1 for 1, can't do that. Oh, graded. I'm like, why is that 0? Why isn't it saying new? $16,000. What have we got? Oh, okay. I think I've got him, but Windows is downloading something in the background. Great. Ah, great. Okay. I noticed it started jumping on me a little bit. Looked down in my key and in my tray, system tray, and I'm like, yep, it's something's downloaded. Good old Microsoft. Okay, back to 4.8. Four and 15. That's a cool card. Even if I just move this down 2 or 3 more to make it to where you have to turn here after you've made it past this. I can do that. Yeah, I'm watching these to see if there's a 1, 2, 3, or 4 ghosts, but so far there hasn't been. May try that theory out, but don't know. I don't know if I want to perturb it. But we only have the one achievement left. Before this update, ooh, what do you want? You're gonna give me a ghost card for one of these that I have 8 of. I'll accept that. And it's Fistronk. And I already have a Hollow Whale. So that one we got will be a duplicate. Look out, one of those could be 4,500. About 650. It's rubbing like a rock. 75. 685. Gives me 2 of those with a chance for a $4,500 card when I grade it. $2 on these, yeah, so end of day as expected. 12, nope. A little bit. That's just because of 4s versus bunches of 5s. Yep. Not a ghost. One and 4 gives me 2 and 3. That's a good trade. Sick. These? Yeah. Okay. A little more time on those. So here's what we're gonna do. I could do that. Make them do that. That'd be almost cool. See how this opens up compared to the graded cards. You can't do this with those graded cards, which is kind of stupid. I think I'm just going to move all of them down. Now, this forces them to come through 3 of these. You get here. You can still come in and out here, but you're going to have to go this way to get out. We'll see how things flow that way. Hot pack. I'm sure we got all those. Still at 14.49. Just not getting anything. Getting tired of open common destiny and epics, but yeah, I don't like it. This means it's taking longer to walk in and out, so they're staying in the shop longer, which limits the number of customers I can add. But at this level, I don't think it's going to change my average of like 195. Okay, we'll keep that like that. Okay. Hey everybody. Put the price here. Okay, and it was a fist trunk. And we have a fist trunk right there. Okay. So for TCG, we're gonna go price first. There. And then switch back over to the ghost duplicates. It's okay. Submit that. I want to look at something. Cards. Ghost cards. Luka Dance. Full art legendary. Yeah, graded 10 was 82,000. This is the one, ours was 86,000. And we sold it at 20% markup to get the $100,000, sell a $100,000 card. It took about 5 days in game. So, okay, let's see if we got a whole bunch of those. Okay, so no stinkies came in, even though we dropped a little bit. Okay, we got you going. Bills have been paid. Now restock. You go in there, restock the shelves. You go ahead and help. I've redone the destinkifier. $10,000 under 2.8 million. Okay. Let's see. And the counter. And the counter. And the counter. And this is going to be the last day of the stream for tonight, because I'm going to have to go heat up some soup and make some grilled cheese sandwiches for folks. That's what's on the list for today. A nice, easy, light dinner. Got some old-fashioned potato soup. So we'll see where we get today. If we have another $30,000 day, it should put us at 2.82. We might be able to stay over 2.8. Of course, that'll hinge on whether we get any new cards and we gotta buy them. amassing wealth for no real reason. I am toying with, so what do I do after I finish the set, right? Like I said, I'll start selling the individual cards. I may totally redesign the place and go to the big tables instead of the small containers here. But it'll end up being more of a selling individual card store. That's why I'm thinking about that. Let me see here. Wow, look at that drop. It's a $19,000 card. $250. It's way too low. $350. Nice. Okay. I didn't want to pay $2,500. I started to just buy it, but we'll still have it. Yeah. Somebody had asked if I was dropping frames and stuff in my previous on YouTube, and they like, hey, do you notice drop frames here or here specifically? I'm like, no. And I haven't dropped any frames tonight either. But like I said, Microsoft's downloading something, or Steam. I can't tell. The system tray just says there's something downloading. Steam may be going through updates on. Okay, now here's one. I get rid of a 5, rated 5, for a chance of a 1 time. It's something that could give me, not that I'd ever grade this, but it's one of those that it doesn't make a big difference, but ideally they give me a good review. Traded for the last card I need, that type of thing. Could end up turning these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could turn those like 3 here, 3 here, have a spot here and a spot here. Just again, rethinking how I'm going to lay out the store when I sell individual cards. And I'm kind of watching the, you can hop on the trash cans. I'm kind of watching how the flow goes, right? They come in, they walk all the way. I hadn't seen the destinkifiers go off yet today. And then if they want to go there, they got to go all the way down, all the way back up. So, yeah, there's the destinkifiers. They just went off. that was probably just a can that had been low. He hadn't changed it all. 3 and 1. Nope, can't trade that. Think coming in. Yeah, see how that one sprays. The second one did not spray. The first one got him. Yeah, they're waiting. That's the risk you take. Okay, Draconics. Did it sell or did they move it over? Oh no, 2 of them sold. Okay. We had 3. That'll give me 2 and 5. Yeah, that's a good trade. Don't need that. That. Don't need that. Alright. Fine. Got 3 of them, don't need any more. Don't need any more. You're an ugly card to begin with. That's an ugly player character. I don't like that my creepy smiling star either. Let's see that. Weird. Oh, it's going off like crazy. Two and 2. Fine. 2 and nah. Full card, but I don't need the third. I only got one of them, but it's only $330, so no. that. Try to get the ones that are over 1,000. Boost. I probably should buy those. Thinking about the individual that made that comment on YouTube, like, hey, buy one. 15,000. Oh, but that's a trade. No, not doing that. That's a buy. 12,000, but go 1550. Whoa. What happened? It's been too long. Yep, been too long. I missed whatever that was. Again, it doesn't matter. Because the reviews aren't working in the game to like reduce the number of customers or increase the number of customers. You want a little bit more than that? 26. The old dollar still works. New card, but it is a foil of a newbie, and we know we have him. But it's because it's not a new card. It's because he's up here. Right? So the game doesn't register that that is even the game itself. The game itself. Yeah, right. We found that out. That's why I pulled the hollows out of the display case and put them back in, because I bought like 2 hollows thinking they were new, looking at them like, wait a minute, these, why does it say it's new? Well, for that reason. And then I put them back in the display case. So okay, check the destickifiers. Right there. So something happened. But it was before 548. Okay. Ideally, it's somebody, I sold out of something, but I don't see anything that I sold out of, which to me implies it could be another Mr. Stinky, but that should just not be happening. So look, you guys should be cleaned out. Boost in there. Those were selling like hotcakes. Okay. Hey everybody. Restock. We got a Clossifer 10 hollow foil, I mean. So we only got one Gem Mint 10 foil. Those 2 8s, a 9, and an 8 of those others. That's a bummer. Okay, let's get you set up in green with the dupes. You already looked at you. You're low for that. You're paid. Nothing needs to stock up there. And the counter. Counter. No, I'm not. Yeah, start this. Yeah, do it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching the bonus stream. I'll get the video out there onto YouTube. I'll start uploading it on YouTube right now, and it'll be out there later tonight. And hope you like what you're seeing when I stream. And hit that follow button. I'd appreciate it on Twitch. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. They're both free to do. And most likely I'll be taking tomorrow off. Tend not to stream on Mondays, Sundays, and Mondays. Every now and then, you know, do a bonus stream. But anyway, everybody have a great rest of your night. Have a great tomorrow and week ahead. And I will see you on the next stream. Bye-bye.